Here. Do you see that cell cluster? That is the embryo. I assume you'll be happy to know that it's not technically your child.
What do you mean?
When reproducing, the Ceruleans only utilize the genetic material of the mother. The males simply serve as hosts.
That's comforting. But how the hell did I get knocked up?
We don't have any data on their mating procedures, but I wouldn't think it would be that difficult for you to recollect a sexual encounter.
3 days. You were only there for 3 days and you couldn't restrain yourself.
I'm telling you, Captain, I was a complete gentleman the entire time.
I imagine that's a question of how you define gentleman.
The only female I had any contact with was Alen, their engineer. Other than repairing the reactor, all she and I did together was go into this holographic chamber they've got. She showed me some home movies, simulations of their planet, but I didn't lay a hand on her. There's gotta be some way to get this thing out of me without hurting it. Can't you create a surrogate chamber or something?
The embryo has integrated with your pericardium. I wouldn't be comfortable extracting it without more information on the gestation process.
This engineer wanted you to see her planet?
So?
Perhaps the next step would have been to meet her holographic parents. If I'm not mistaken, on some planets, that's a precursor to marriage.
We took a ride in a rowboat. I swear, Captain, nothing happened.
There had to have been a somewhat lengthy physical contact to transfer this much genetic material.
Trip.
I've been in Starfleet for 12 years. Do you think I'd jeopardize my career by messing around with some alien engineer on a 3-day mission? I considered myself a diplomat from the minute I set foot in that vessel. Well, there was that box of pebbles.
Pebbles.
Yeah, she had it on the boat. But it was no big deal. We just stuck our hands into these granules for a few minutes. It's a game they play. Let you read each other's minds. But they weren't even real. They were holographic, just like everything else in the room.
Doctor, without a sample of these telepathic granules, it would be impossible to make a determination, but they could have served as the transferal medium.
One of the first things a diplomat learns is not to stick his fingers where they don't belong.
Captain?
If we're going to safely remove this life form from Commander Tucker, we'll have to find the Ceruleans. Why don't you and Malcolm see what you can do about locating their ship?
Yes, sir.